Okay, so now we're back on. Back up. Okay. So now you can hear me. Change the mic everywhere to get the best mic possible, except in the streaming settings. So my bad. Apologize for that. But you should hear me fine now.
Yeah. They have started to roll for spells. We see Hugge started off. Actually, it's the HC restrictions from this year, which that they play with, but they're allowed 50%
50%
heroes
characters.
and lords.
Yeah.
And also they're allowed special characters if they would like to play with them, but they go into the standard restrictions. For example, Morathi would be a level 4 on a Pegasi with Lord of Death.
Yeah, exactly.
But no one went for a special character, they just opted for that. It's a Lord choice in the double prince and double first. Or double prince level 4, I should say. So we see here that Hugge went for roll 2, 3, 5, 6, so kinda lucky didn't get any special. He couldn't choose any spell as he would maybe have liked, and they missed the Ranon's Thunderbolt as well, which I think would be great versus the Bloodthirsters.
Absolutely. But I must say I had a game against the Lord of Heavens this weekend at the BSK, the team tournament, and Chain Lightning wrecked me. So maybe maybe we'll see more of that.
Yeah, Chain Lightning is I think it's a underrated spell.
It's pretty good.
Especially versus these, its MSU is kinda into the meta. It's either MSU or big units. It's not that good versus big units, but versus MSUs it's really useful.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
And High chose Soul Quench, and that's the destroy magic items, right? 5? Or is it the Tempest?
5 is destroy, I think. I think 4 is Tempest.
Yeah, I think so as well.
So that's pretty sweet, I guess.
Yeah, get away that armor or whatever the demon player gets. Now we'll see what the demon brings to the table. He only has a couple of level 1s here, with +2 to cast.
Yep.
So he went for what I think is the best thing to do here. Go for several
small
signatures.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and here we rolled a 6, and I think it will keep the gateway.
Yeah, well. Absolutely. Now I just want to go back to touch on the high elf list, because apparently my sound wasn't really recorded. Since I played pretty much a list like this at the ETC, I think it's going to be really fun to see it under these new restrictions. And I also like that, I mean, you're taking away the White Lions that didn't really do that much. They were pretty good in a couple of games, but you get so much more stability in the bus, right? With another prince, you get support mage, and now it's really interesting, like playing heavens or something other than life on the archmage. You also get the great eagle, and an extra bolt thrower. So I think removing the White Lions gives him a lot, considering that he can put those points into characters.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think about the build on the second prince? I mean, the Giant Blade Prince is kind of standard.
Yeah, you mean the Starlands?
Yeah, the Starlands. That's my concern.
I would honestly go. I would probably go with the Ogre Blade, a prince with an Ogre Blade.
But then you won't get the other trickster shot, right?
Not if you. Well, that depends. I mean, you can get the Ogre Blade and the trickster shard and maybe a Dragon Helm or whatever.
Yeah, but then you don't get the 4+ ward save.
Exactly, but I mean, you could have. I mean, the bus is depending on what you're going to fight. You can have different sorts of formations and having different sorts of characters in the front.
Yeah.
But now this list lacks an overblade, pretty much. I mean, the grind, the bus hits a lot on the first turn, even without the characters.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you really
That's
need
why
the
I
grind.
think it's wrong to go for the Starlands, because yeah, the Ogre Blade brings more to the table, or even you could go for another 30 points medic item, the Sword of Anti-Heroes. I think it's a better choice here, because that brings something that the list doesn't have, like really good grinding versus those Pesciade stars.
Yeah.
It doesn't really do anything, doesn't bring any more to the table, like even harder hitting on the charge.
On the other hand, the
that important here.
Other Death Stars are pretty afraid of this bus anyway, since it pretty much negates all their magic weapons. So I'm not sure about the anti-heroes. I mean, it's great, but other Death Stars are probably not going to want to fight the bus. And if you get the bus into their Death Stars, you're gonna pick off their characters even without the sort of anti-airs with an overblade instead.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, yeah.
So what you could go is like
Sword of Might.
You could go Ogreblade, Armor of Destiny, and then you could have like a Dragonbane Gem and maybe I don't know.
But you need a Dragon Helm for 1+ save.
Yeah, but the Dragonbane Gem. Oh, yeah. Oh, the 1+ save. That's right. Okay, so you're gonna want the Talisman of Preservation either way. But
yeah, I mean,
that's fine.
It's either Trickster Shard.
But why not go Ogreblade, Talisman of Preservation, and other Trickster Shard?
But then you don't have your Dragon Helm.
No, but then you're gonna have to make do with the 2-up save. But
yeah, sure. Yeah, that is possible. But I mean, the other Trickster Shard also negates your own ward save that you will get from the high mage. I think that's like.
Yeah, the Trickster Shard is really good, of course.
Yeah. And we should think of that this list was made in like 10 minutes, so of course it's not going to be perfect. Alright, so we see that he got. He went for double signature, the gateway, and he also took one. What's it called? The Sench leadership.
Treason
Sench, yeah.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, that's the perfect line of spells versus this army, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or almost versus any army.
Yeah, I mean, what else is he gonna choose?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like versus Pegasus, it might be worth to take the Bolt, but otherwise that's the best spells in the law.
Absolutely.
Now he rolls for Bloodthirsty Gifts. So the general, create a gift, 1. You take a breath, 2d6 less 2+ watch. Versus the first, second BT. Great there. Oh, he gets the +2 attacks.
That's cool.
That's really good. Especially since the Bloodthirster comes with additional hand weapon as well, so that gives him up to 9 attacks with those 2 extra attacks.
I mean, in a certain situation, I mean, like if you get some kind of multi-charge in with the bus, those extra attacks are gonna go a long way in the grind, because even though they're magical attacks and you have the Banner of the Wild Dragon there, you're gonna do wounds.
Yep. But I don't think he will put the Bloodthirsty in there before.
He's definitely not going to put him in there by himself.
No, but yeah, I think you need to remove the banner before you're able to do that with this army. I mean, with the other list, you can put in the beasts.
If you could get a unit of beasts in the front, and nah, maybe not.
There's so much static, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the static, that's the problem, I guess.
I mean, other armies with magic weapons, for example, Dreadlord is fine to put in, because he can break, and then you will have like a 50-50 to... Yeah,
worst case scenario, because they're not going to kill
him. Yeah, but I mean, when the Bloodthirster dies or breaks, it will die instead. So you have no chance of getting away. So just always strike first here with +2 attacks. and also he got the +2/+4 save here as well. So we'll keep that as well.
That's pretty sweet.
So some defense for both of them and some offensive gifts for both of them.
Yeah, so the Bloodthirsters are not going to be extremely afraid of getting shot at, I guess.
No. And also they can like could easily charge the bird and take it down as well.
Yeah.
Even though they're only strength 5, I think they should win a combat versus the Frostbird.
Yeah, the bird is really bad at grinding when it doesn't get the Thunderstomp.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, this looks interesting. I think this will be a really good match.
Yeah.
I don't know who has the edge here.
I'd say the High Elf player, I mean, because of the banner. But, I mean, it depends. I guess my experience is that you really need to like choose a flank and try to get as many points as you can from that flank, because the demon player is just gonna surround you with everything and
but this list is not as good at surrounding.
That's true. That's true.
I guess he has 2 Bloodthirsters.
Yeah.
That could do the same thing as the drones usually do, just that they can do it twice as fast.
I guess the demon player, if he gets to start, that could be really bad for the highest player.
Yeah. How do you deploy as the highest player? Are you like happy to stay in a corner and shoot all game, or do you want to go out there and collect those points?
Well, probably just deploy the reavers, like a unit on the left flank, a unit on the right flank, and a unit in the middle, and just try to see where he's gonna commit to deploying his stuff.
Yeah.
And then, depending if you want save points or if you want to go for it, you either go in the other corner or you go in the same corner with everything. But either way, you need everything in the same corner. Like I mean, like all of your stuff needs to be on the same flank.
Yeah. I think the demon player, they usually go for like an even drops of horrors in the back.
Yeah.
Maybe like save the gateway for deploying opposite of the Frost Phoenix.
Exactly. He's probably gonna save he's probably gonna match like the Reaver deploy by just putting these horrors out.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's 48 with the blue fire, so that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, those units make that's a really nice unit to have like in the back corners of your army.
Absolutely.
Like just 48 inches picking off fast cav and skirmishers and flyers. Oh, we had 1 unit of horrors. I actually missed that. Sorry.
You mean Furies?
Oh, not horror, Furies. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, unmarked.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, Corn isn't the best mark to have. Those, not the worst either. I think it's better with strength than with armor piercing. But I'd say that the Nurgle one is the best one. But obviously you go for the same as your general have.
Yep. Yeah, I guess most of the time they're Nurgle marked, at least on the ETC.
Yeah.
And welcome everybody who's joined us. Always nice to see you guys. And use the chat as your means of communicating with us. If you
don't forget to ask questions or
exactly, if you have any questions, anything, just post them in the Twitch chat, and we'll answer them as soon as we can.
And point out mistakes that we do as well.
Absolutely.
So we can learn stuff.
People have been pretty good at pointing out those things, even though we hardly make mistakes.
Yeah. It's often some kind of rule that we're not aware of, or some table or something.
From Snake to Drake, that's a new guy, right? Where are you from, mate?
Yeah, I haven't seen you before. Welcome. Alright, so for newcomers we have the lists below in the comments, so if you're not viewing in full screen, you can see the lists down below. Actually,
And we're running the ETC 2,400 points. The new army restrictions that were posted 2 days ago, or was it yesterday?
Yeah, 2 days ago. But we
Yeah.
added also, like, we made a double restriction, like last year and this year's restrictions together.
Yeah, we did some kind of hybrid. So, oh, cool. We got a Polish guy on the stream. That's cool. The red-winged guys are.
Bloodthirsters,
Yeah.
2 of them. Both run greater, lesser gifts. So you had one with +2 attacks, and they always strike first sword, and a 2+ ward save versus the first.
If you can't see the
Spell.
exactly, Tobias is absolutely right. If you can't see the lists, just refresh the browser, and they should be there. Updated.
Nice to have a
smoking
Polish
hot.
guy here.
Yeah.
So from Snake to Drake, do you play like Warhammer at Polish tournaments, or are you just a Warhammer forum guy that hangs out here?
Demons versus the Banner of the World Dragon. I guess like when the Banner of the World Dragon was introduced to the game, everybody was like, okay, that's an automatic 20-0 for the High Elves versus Demons. But that's not quite what happened.
No.
At all.
I mean, the Demons usually win this matchup, especially if they don't have this many characters.
It depends.
I mean, it's even harder with the new restrictions, because then you can really put all of your points into that unit, and you have like, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 points outside of the, or even, yeah, it's like 800 points with the birds, I guess, outside of us.
Yeah.
But that is still points that you can take, and demon armors are usually really good at hunting those points down. So
the thing I like is that Sebastian's list has to do Bloodthirsters, and those are a lot of points, of course. And they're probably going to be, if he doesn't want to give them away, they're going to be impossible for the Hive player to get, right?
Yeah, the only thing we can see happen there is like some kind of diverter dying in the wrong turn, and the Bloodthirsters are like locked down for some stupid reason. Especially, maybe in the Frost Heart or something, being locked down there, and they can reform and charge them. Otherwise, they shouldn't die this game, I guess.
And at the ETC, the ETC this year, I mean, then you have like the Great Unclean one, or you have, and most of the times you have like a unit of Plague Bearers and stuff like that, and then you have a lot of points that you really need to protect, and that will consume diverters. In this case, your main points are the 2 Flying Bloodthirsters, and you don't need to use diverters to protect them.
No.
Which means that the Hive player won't be able to, or it doesn't necessarily mean that the Hive player will have to, or the Demon player will have to give away a lot of free diverters. In this case, he could potentially lose 0 points, right? Probably not, though. I mean, because the Hive boss is always going to get something, but he doesn't have to feed it stuff all game long.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that's Dina, right? Asari?
Yeah, I think so.
He says Telseb is scared to fight me. He was supposed to play Dina, but Dina couldn't play until 7 o'clock, and we couldn't stay tuned for so long. So, yeah, we found another player in Hugo, a new upcoming player in Sweden. So I think this will be a great game, actually.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Hugo is even a new and upcoming.
No, we're not really sure.
I can't really remember when I started seeing his name, but for all intents and purposes of this stream, he's an upcoming new player.
First game here on the stream,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
like Sebastian. Same thing there, actually.
Yeah. And
check his ranking, his Swedish ranking.
Could also note for those of you who are unfamiliar with the Swedish scene that Sebastian Berg, the demon player here, is the demon player for the Swedish ETC team. So we can expect Hugo will have a hard time. Well, at least will have to fight a bit for the points.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, you never
Last
know.
week we saw our Orc and Goblins player get smashed by a Dwarf player, so...
Yeah.
Or,
Actually,
he was playing Vampire Guns. So.
yeah, it was a fun game. It was a really fun game.
Yeah.
So what we got here? We got the Prince and the Prince.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the yellow ranking for you.
Yeah. And as I said, I can't really remember if I said it before or after my sound disappeared, but I'm really liking the secondary mage for this bus. To have a level 2 with the Ring of Fury, it means a lot for this kind of list.
You can have the Ring of Fury on one of the lords as well. I mean, it's an enchanted item, right?
You can have it, absolutely, but it's nice that you don't have to have it because there's no reason not to have it on the mage.
Yeah, I guess it's true. So bad. Isn't like the ranking here somewhere?
So usually this matchup is like the demon player deploys pretty wide, pretty much as Sebastian has done here, and then the highest player chooses one of the sides to deploy the bus and the bird, and then he goes like all in on that side and gets the points that he needs, and then you hope that the demon player hasn't killed all of your bolt throwers and all of your chaff and the bird. And if that's not the case, then you win. But it's far from certain.
Yep.
And you also have the cannon, and I mean, it's so annoying that like ogres and the demons have gotten these cannons. Because I mean, it changes the matchup so much, like not being able to do whatever you want with the bird. Because, for example, if Sebastian makes a misfire turn 1 and just blows it up, it's gonna change this matchup so much. The bolt throwers are a lot more safe. You can move the bird around more. You still have to worry about the gateway, of course, but still, it gives you so much more maneuverability.
We can see here, yeah. He actually went for the right flank. I guess that's to like make a sweeping movements, and also you can see that it pushes out the skull cannon. Sebastian doesn't put it behind the hill because he knows that it's dropped there and would die like third turn, so he tries to go for more shots, but in the open, so the bolt throwers can shoot back, but they will be in hard cover. So
yeah, exactly. It's so annoying that the skull cannon is not a large target because it's essentially as big as the what's it called, the Iron Blaster. Kench, the app is called, yeah, exactly, it's Universal Battle. It's a web page. You just make an account and then you can play for free. But if you're gonna play for free, you can only use like some of the pre-made models, or you can pay a small fee and then you get to use all these cool-looking models that really represent what they're supposed to be.
Yep.
I think it's like 20 euros or something like that to have unlimited access for eternity.
Yeah, I bought that. We played here a lot before the ETC this year, and it works out great. And actually, you can find like really good people there as well. So if you want to like become a better player, or just play for fun, there are a lot of like fluffy players here as well. So yeah, I think it's a good site to like play some casual Warhammer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's see here. I'm just answering some Twitter questions here.
Yeah, as Glautner says, you can like save deployments, save maps. This map is actually the 5th map for the ETC this year, and they made all the maps this year in downloads, so you can easily like load them into a game. You get deployed instantly, and then you can even load deploys. So if you play, for example, dwarves, you always play corner hammer. You can have one for each corner, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And everything works as in a normal game. You could cheat if you like moving them more than 20 inches, but you can check all movement, and everything is just pictures, and you can roll dice. So I think it's a good way to play one.
If you're not going to use it to play, I would still recommend getting it, paying for it to get the models you want, just to be able to do really nice looking battle reports.
Yeah, if you enjoy those kind of things.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the Vanguard moves going on here. Reavers move out of the ruin. So I always try to, if I have like a spot on the table, I know that nothing is going to deploy there. For example, behind a impassable or in a lake or whatever, and I don't have that much room in my deployment. I feel like I can always deploy like a vanguarding unit in that piece of terrain and just run out of it with my vanguard movement without rolling any dangerous terrain and stuff like that. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Pretty standard stuff, but
yeah, we're trying to streaming regularly, like once a week at least. It's often Wednesdays, but we're not sure. So if you would like to watch us more, just follow us, and you will get a mail when we go online. So just if you don't have an account on Twitch, just make an account and press follow, and you will get a mail when we go live. I linked the draft, and it's really unfinished. I mean, we play with the last year's draft.
yeah,
it's like standard, and then we just wanted them to allow them to have 50 characters, or even like 75%, 50% both heroes and lords, and also allow them to play with special characters if they would like, but none of the players were opting for that.
Oh, Sebastian got first turn even though Hugo had +1. That's interesting.
That's a huge deal here.
Yeah.
I do, however, think it might backfire versus Sebastian here. It's nice to get the first shot and also like try to throw a couple of spells, but you can only like target the Reavers to right here, and his Bloodthirsters will maybe not be able to like push that much. If, however, Hugo went first, the bus will probably go forward, and he can go past them with both his Bloodthirsters and get some more pressure down to the ball throwers.
Absolutely. But then again, this might very well mean a dead ball thrower because, well, unless you can see the bird, I guess, which might not be impossible.
Yeah, will you go for the bird shot here for like the high points and try to get a treason onto the bus for that one turn 20-0, or would you rather go for like the long game play here, killing off the bolt throwers?
Now that he got first turn, I would probably shoot the bird. Because he's probably not going to push the Bloodthirsters forward anyway, and if he does, he might fly behind like the obstacle. Bolt throwers aren't a problem right now.
But he can't get cover for his Bloodthirsters from the obstacle.
Why not?
Because
they're large targets. Sorry,
that's the one rule.
That's
large targets.
Absolutely, that's absolutely true. It does stop cannonballs, though, right? Even though large target.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. I had a situation where we had a unit during the weekend that were on a hill and shooting at a unit behind an obstacle, but then you still get cover, so that's pretty strange. I mean, a Bloodthirster can't hide behind it, but you can hide
from a hill behind it.
Yeah. Makes sense, though. I mean, you could like crawl right up next to it.
Yeah, that's true. Like to do in like 7 Private Ryan.
I would like to see you.
It looks like Sebastian goes for the points here, trying to shoot that bird. Actually, here, I might think it might be better to like try to hide that shot, so he might be able to get that treason in.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that because
that's the hard thing to do as well, because in Universal Battle, it's harder to like see these kinds of stuff.
But
But
what
you can do it on your screen if you have like a ruler or something.
what you could do though is put like the ruler like this, and then you go like okay, and then move it up to the bolt thrower, as if you just happen to put it there, and then you're gonna move it to the right position, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, if he puts treason on the bus, it's pretty obvious why.
Yeah, but he can have it as his last spell, like trying to throw the gateway, gets the spell, trying to throw this, gets the spell, and then just chuck it in there.
Yeah.
Here it's actually worth it, in my opinion, to chuck 5 dice on it.
Yeah.
Does he have the range? Yeah, yes. You can boost it to 24 or 48, right?
Yeah.
He goes for the cover, or lack of cover, actually.
He goes for the lack of cover. Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we're not gonna remind him.
No.
That's not what we do here. We laugh at people afterwards instead.
Yeah. Much more fun that way. This might be a problem for Sebastian actually. If the Frostbirds can see the Bloodthirsters, I would definitely take that charge, move up the
Bus.
Move up the bus, and if you don't break it the first turn or kill it the first turn, which is really hard to do with a toughness 6, 5 wounds, 5+ ward save monster, you can pin that down. So
yeah, but he still has Furies.
Yeah, sure.
I think actually what would happen probably would be the Frost Phoenix maybe let's say it charges. The Furies are just gonna be aligned as a diverter in front of the bus, and then the other Bloodthirster is gonna counter-charge the big bird.
Yeah, but I think you can put a bird.
Yeah, it could maybe. Yeah, that could happen, or that could maybe be.
It looks like a long charge though. The stream can't see the Furies at the moment. Yeah, now they can because you move them up. Yeah, never mind. Alright, so it's an interesting setup here. You can see Sebastian is not afraid to put his Bloodthirsters right out there in the middle. You might think here that he has cover, so one of them might actually be taken down by the 4 bolt throwers.
There are four bolt throwers on probably short range, at least 3 of them.
Yeah, so if he misses his ward saves here, it can be nasty actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it will probably take 1 more turn as well to be able to get in short range, right? Or is it? It's probably like 19 inches there, and that's not a safe charge at all.
No, absolutely. And now, regardless of what happens, Hugo will probably move his bus up with the line of sight towards the Bloodthirsters. So that would probably force 2 diverters, or 1 diverter at least. And if he doesn't divert it, you have the bus right where you want it. And if that happens, the Bloodthirsters are probably going to go safe and just go deploy right next to the bolt throwers or something.
Yep.
What you could do, what I would maybe think or consider, is like putting the Reavers between the bolt throwers so that he can't land between the bolt throwers and no, actually they're large shouted, so that doesn't matter anyway, but it was a really smart plan.
So not so smart then when you can do it. I mean, it's risky to have anything within 6 inches of bolt throwers, because that's the main priority target, and they will die, so you don't want that panic.
That would require like it to be really worth it, and probably you would want to...
check the magic phase, double 6s.
Oh,
you will get a unit here.
Snap! That's what Seba does. Always against me.
Whoops.
Fucker.
Alright, so here, do you like divert a bus for 1 turn? With that unit?
Nah, put it up with the bolt throwers.
Yeah, I mean it's either play, but could really work here to go for the. Is it more than 6 inches between that bolt thrower and the bird?
That's hard to say.
You know?
Hard to say.
Because if that's within.
Of chaos.
Yeah, it's such a ridiculous rule.
I always whine about this Reign of Chaos, but I don't mind them like getting an extra unit or whatever. But the problem is, you, I want to be able to count on it happening. You know, if they had a rule that said like, okay, turn 3, every demon army gets a unit of plague bearers on the board. That's it. You know, at least I know that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I like that.
So he goes for the.
Yeah, I like that as well. But this will probably mean like either he charges that unit or he's gonna just reform the bus and start moving it towards the bolt throwers.
Yeah. But he will have a hard time rotating that unit, right? Around its center?
Might be.
Might be hard. I'm not really sure.
No, it's hard to see.
The bird will have to go out of cover, at least.
Yeah, the bird has to move, of course. But then again, I mean, he can't shoot it as it is, so...
Yeah, true.
Which horror unit is the one with the gateway? Can you...
Yeah, it's the one, like straight down
he's got numbers. That's perfect.
Yeah. It's really...
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's good. For our viewers. Fucking dog. Boo, outplayed, outskilled.
No, I get what you're saying, Tobias.
Yeah, I think. I mean, both plays are good. I think if I went for the play he did go for, I will try to like align it a little bit so the overrun would take him like further to the right.
Yeah.
Not down the center of the board. But that's like a minor thing.
Not such a minor thing though. If you put it, you could put it with one guy just diverting the bus, and the rest in the ruin, and force a couple of dangerous terrain tests, because those are really annoying for the bus to take, especially on 2s.
Yeah, but you would still... No, you still won't be able to maximize...
No, but if you're gonna do the overrun, I mean.
Yeah, but you can't align it that much because the house would stop the within 1 inch or within.
Still, you could probably put it in a way that.
I think you could align it like angling it towards the center and like get a whole bus into the ruin. Actually, that might be a neat play.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Treason on Frosty. Yeah, didn't want that. Actually went for the treason on Frosty.
Was it within 6 of the bolt, or?
Yeah, I guess it must have been then. Gateway on Rivers. That's a cast. Do you think you get a scroll here?
The treason on the Frostheart, I mean, it's leadership 9, so...
Yeah, I think it's a strange dispel here.
Yeah.
Oh, only strength 3 on the 7th strength 3 from a gateway. That's not what we want.
It's gonna be enough. No, it's not gonna be enough.
So that's 3 wounds, some saves, and then the toughness test. 2 wounds, can still die to the toughness test here. The more I think about it, I think it's I like the bolt thrower play here. To like go for the bolt throwers instead of diverting the bus actually. Because as Tobias said, the bus doesn't do that much this early on.
Oh.
It's nice to like put it out of play, but to like get that extra pressure in the beginning versus the bolt throwers is really good.
Yes, for example,
you don't need to like charge next turn, and he will still
the move
start to like kill him off. So.
The move the bus would make would probably be just a bit forward and wheel up towards the center, and then go so it's like perpendicular to the house, watching towards the center, or go straight forward, of course. But either way, it's going to get a diverter the next turn. The bolt throwers are going to have to waste shooting on those plague bearers straight away when they enter, and you could put them up so that, like the last bolt thrower there on the left, grants cover for them.
Oh. I take Gum. Have you seen him before? Welcome, anyway.
Nope,
Yeah,
but
you could. That's a play as well to like use the horrors as a, or the new unit as a unit of horrors, get that extra spell, and try to like get some spells into those reavers as well as threatening to charge the bolt thrower.
yeah. I guess Altagan, that must be Almond. Norwegian Skaven player from
Oh yeah, that
Old
might be.
Timers.
Yeah.
I think his last name is Tegan. That must be you, right? Cannon on Frosty?
Wrecked us. They wrecked us at BSK. Those bastards.
Yeah, they wrecked you. Oh,
They didn't wreck me.
he failed the ward save.
I was the
it's...
one winning my game at the turn.
the Phoenix is on 1 wound left.
Yep. And they didn't get the healing spell here.
God damn close. Yeah, this is why you use Lore of Life.
Yeah. Oh man, I enjoyed playing Lore of Life so much this weekend. I guess I did like 20 wounds to my steam tank or something.
Yeah, ironically though, on the ETC, whenever a cannon got to shoot my Frost Phoenix, it was like always hidden. But whenever it did get to shoot, it was 5 or 6 wounds every time. So I was like, God damn.
Yeah. That's why you play cannons. I mean, it's it's nice to stay on the side that's, yeah, the worst thing that you can do is to like roll a 1 or 2, and then you do that many wounds to the target. I mean, to be on the other side, like, you can't sit there and wait until he rolls 5+.
Oh, exactly.
It sucks so hard.
Yes, it does. So welcome, Amon, and congratulations to the win this weekend. Well played.
Yeah, definitely well played versus our half player. Crushed him. We were supposed to play safe 4 games, and somehow you got your abomination to his flank of the bus, so
yeah, that's bad news.
Some good moves there.
So we got regeneration on the Reavers.
Yep. And he goes for a simple player, just killing off the Plague Bears.
Yeah.
I think that's the right move here.
Yeah.
You can still have the like almost the same reform if you would like it afterwards. You can actually move his bird down to safety now.
Yeah.
Back in the corner, because
exactly.
the range of the Skull Cannon is not that far.
No, it's 48, so.
Yeah, so 58. It's almost the whole board, but not really the whole board, and at the current state he would need the whole board to make that shot.
You should probably go like towards where the Great Eagle is with the frost if you want to save it, because then you can fly behind the hill. On the other hand, that's the gateway unit, so maybe not.
Yeah. It's safe as long as he rolls strength 3.
I have to give Sebastian some credit. I really like his deployment. Like having the gateway unit there and not in safety where it probably isn't going to do much on the left flank is really nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious that he would put the Frosty there. I don't know, he might even have waited with that unit till the Frosty was deployed.
Yeah.
But putting that pressure on the Frosty, I always see him do this, and it's really good to like activate that unit. It's the first unit to go in and the first unit to die, but it always do stuff, because if you can push off that really hard-hitting unit for the first 3 turns, it won't be able to have the time later to the game to do that kind of stuff. Like put pressure on you, and now is the one putting pressure on the opponent, and that makes this grid deployment even better, because then you just can't run into it, because you will have that swooping Bloodthirsters and the gateway unit to handle the Frost Phoenix here.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, like, as we said before, like, having the double Bloodthirsters makes this matchup so much better for the Demon player. You don't want the static list versus the High Elf Bus, because it's gonna punch a hole through one of your flank, or at least get to one of your expensive units, and that's all it takes. Because the most points you're gonna get are probably like all the bolters and a couple of Reaver units.
Yep.
And that's not that many points compared to like a unit of flies or a unit of beasts and every diverter you have.
No, definitely. I mean, like, killing off all the bolt throwers is the same as... bolt thrower is the same as a beast.
Yeah, or even the flies, right? I think the flies are somewhere
yeah, it's the same
there.
Points. It's 60 points each if you buy poison for them.
Yeah.
Which I'm not really sure if he did. He did by poison, so that's 180 for that unit. So
Yeah.
And I guess that's why he went for the bird as well. I mean, he has time to be greedy here. He will pick off those bolt throwers during this game, and they really
Yes.
don't need to shoot the cannon shots there.
Exactly.
But getting wounds into the Frost Phoenix is way harder to do, and he will need to take that down to win this game.
Yeah, and I mean, since he has the flies and the beasts and both the bolt throwers on that flank, as you say, the bolt throwers are gonna die. But then again, you do want them to die as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So they don't get to take those the few points they can.
Yeah, sure. By the way, you couldn't do this pincer movement now with the Frostbird into the Bloodthirsters, because that would just be giving away the points. That's another reason to shoot the bird, actually.
Yeah.
Don't really think that was the reason he did it, but it's a nice bonus that he got out of it.
Sure.
But we'll see if that extra bolt thrower shot will be able to take one of the Bloodthirsters down here, and that would be a huge blow to the demon army here.
I mean, that's gonna be as many points as a demon player could probably expect to get out of the highest player.
Yeah, something like that.
So absolutely. Maybe a bit risky to put the Bloodthirster, but then again, I'm not sure if he has counted on the granting cover or the obstacle granting cover.
I think he did. Otherwise,
because otherwise he could have saved.
It's not like he's afraid to get charged there.
No, but he could have saved the Bloodthirsters. Maybe just not put them forward and wait until he get the bolters. That would probably mean that he wanted to get the plague bearers out to hunt the bolters right away, though.
But he didn't know that he had plague bearers when he did his movement phase.
No, but I mean, if he did it, that would mean the plague bearers
like the safe game.
Yeah,
sure. That's usually how we play the demons list, like not this aggressive. Especially when Sebastian plays it, he doesn't play this aggressive usually. But I like to see him play it like this, because it's good training for him for the upcoming year of ETC playing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he won't go this year, right?
I think he will, actually.
Okay, that's nice to hear.
Yeah. So we'll see. It's gonna be tight with the spots this year, obviously, but he's got good chances. So everybody in the chat who has read the new army restrictions, what do you think about them? Do you like the new directions the ETC are taking, with the possibility of scenarios, special characters, 50% characters?
Lore of Undeath.
Lore of Undeath, yeah, exactly. What do you think about that?
There was a list. I can link it again, so people can see the upcoming restrictions for this year's ETC. It will be an interesting year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, so much can happen.
Yes, absolutely.
Alright now, so I guess we're moving into magic phase soon. Just the line is reverse, so they're not visible. Don't know if I like this setup. I think I might use one of Bloodthirsters to pressure the reavers behind the hill here, to like try to lure them out, because he's zooning off like all the area in front of the hill, and he starts to, if he just zones off the area behind the hill, they won't have any place to go and they're trapped.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you can get that fast cap. I mean, yes. You need to slowly crawling them down and make sure that you cover all areas around it. It's so hard to, or it's so easy to like miss one area.
Absolutely.
And that's like one of the biggest mistakes that noobs do as well. They look at the unit that they want to charge next turn, when it's a skirmish unit or fast cav unit, but you need to look at the area where you don't want them the next turn.
Yeah.
That's like the easiest thing to do. Where do I not want that unit to stay next turn? For example, in front of your bolt throwers, that's a common spot where you don't want people to stand.
Exactly.
And then,
But that's a great way.
you watch that area with your bus or with your Pegasus characters or your Frostheart or whatever.
Sure. I generally do that with every unit. I just, as a rule of thumb, I do unit by unit, and I look, okay, where is the maximum this unit can be next turn, and I do that with every unit, so at least I don't miss anything, right? It never happens that anything goes like 20 inches forward and I'm like, oh holy shit, I did not know that would happen, because at least I know that, okay, that character can go like 18 there, and okay, those reavers, they can go like 18 here and stuff like that. Just it doesn't take long. It takes like 20 seconds to do it, and it really helps.
Yeah, I think Tobias or Glaupner has a good point here, that the ETC needs to embrace the end times, or at least the FAQs, which Kiwi releases, because we have reached a stalemate at the moment with the lists. The only thing that shakes up the meta is like the new list that's get released, and it's a nice like shuffle to the rules and to the meta.
Yes, and probably it's going to be the same way as it is in normal tournaments. Is that it's going to be the same players on the top. Yeah. I'm not seeing like Poland, Germany, Italy, Denmark, and by some extent even us just falling down to 20th place just because they introduce special characters. No. So I think it's absolutely fine, and as you say, it's going to shake things up a bit, and it's going to make it interesting making lists and playtesting again.
Yeah, I especially like the special characters part, because that really makes new possible builds into every game, into every like army.
Yeah.
So what happens here?
So the Frosty got a 4+ save.
Yep.
And
he thrown irresistible force, it looks like.
Now he's throwing the it's the what's it called? The chain lightning? Is that it?
Yeah, but it was a miscast.
Oh right.
They say miscast now. So he rolled. Oh, he lost 3 levels. Oh my god.
Oh, that's tough.
And he didn't bounce either. No, he didn't bounce.
Well, that's rough.
Yeah, he had some really, really nice bounce there. Back to the Harpies, and then might have been able to like bounce to one of Bloodthirsters. To hit one of Bloodthirsters with a spell could be really nice to take off 1 or 2 wounds from them. Yeah. Allowing the shooting to be more effective. Now,
like, it's gonna be really rough for him to lose the spells. He got the Comet, which is nice, but it's still gonna hurt losing the 3 levels, you know.
Still a level 1, so level 1 mage costume.
Yeah.
And especially since the other resets are so fine to have in that bus as well, like hitting all in base contact or templates are fine to take. It's only the losing levels and the cascade roll that's dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna have
what I'm afraid of with the restrictions is that when you bring in special characters, you will need so many restrictions.
Yes.
And it will be, because has been like the best thing with the ETC, that it's simple. It's easy to follow. If you take this, you can't take this. If you do this, you can't do this. And he actually shoots the. Oh my god! I need to comment. He actually
he's gonna shoot the beast.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not liking that.
Especially since.
Then again, like
4 short-range shots.
But both of the Bloodthirsters are on two upward saves from those shots, so I mean he's gonna need a lot of luck if he's gonna take a bolt of Bloodthirster out. Having said that, I think it's better to shoot the Bloodthirsters anyway.
Yeah, I need to pick him up. I mean, I guess I can see the reason why it's doing this maybe. But then I would prefer to go for Harpist instead, because the Beast is so fucking hard to kill. It's almost as easy to kill the Beast as it is to kill the Bloodthirst. It's 4
Yeah,
wounds.
almost. But it's not on a 2-up against first, because if you're gonna shoot the Bloodthirster, you're probably gonna shoot the single spear.
Yeah, but you need to shoot the several spears here when they have the 2+ ward save as the first wound.
Well, you could gamble the 1. They are gonna hit on 3+ wound on 4+. The small shots are gonna do like nothing.
Yeah, we're commentating special characters here now. I mean, there are some special characters that are really good, especially like, for example, Khalida brings in a nice dimension to Tomb Kings, for example, which I really like to see. And yeah, there are some broken, but
what you could do, I guess, with the special characters is that you ban a couple, like Teclis, maybe Fate Weaver. I'm not sure if he's that good, but I don't know, Archaeon. I don't know. You ban a couple of them, like the worst ones, and then you pretty much allow all the rest. And then, as I said yesterday when we were talking on the outside the box stream, you could probably do like have for the 50% character slots. You could do something like if it costs this much, you can only have this many of it.
Yeah.
It makes it's not easy, but it's pretty easy.
Yeah, I think those kind of general restrictions for characters is good.
Yeah.
Not for just special characters, but just general restrictions for characters.
Yeah.
And now they're trying single shot, plus 2+ sport combat. Yeah. Yep. Oh, nice for everyone tuning in. Do we have any non-Swedes here more than the Polish guy and the Norwegian guy that we already talked to? I can still hear you, Anders. Alright. So we have some combat here. One prince, do a lot of wounds, the other one. I guess I could have rolled both princes at the same time. So I think they will out-pop here.
Yeah, double 1 is fine though.
Yeah, double 1 is always fine.
Oh, welcome, Rasmus. Nice to see you, mate. You going to DTC this year?
Oh, is it just... Oh, it's Rasmus. Yeah, it's...
I mean, it's pretty cool belonging to Scandinavia's second best team.
But I mean, that's no news. We've known that for years.
I actually think that with our gold, we passed Denmark in the marathon ranking, which ranks like Flames of War, 40k and Fantasy, or at least 40k and Fantasy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't placed that good.
It's Poland.
Previous years.
It's Poland, Germany, Italy, and then it's us. And then after us is Denmark.
Yeah.
Ah, cool, man.
You noticed that right after us is Denmark.
So, how are you liking the new draft? Or well, it's not a draft, but it's an idea of what's to come. Have you seen it? And if you have, what do you think about it?
The demons are using normal instability.
Yeah.
They're not playing with the new Glotkin rules. They're only using the 50% characters here.
So, have we had any casualties so far? No casualties, right?
No casualties.
Only the summoned unit.
Yep. And that's not worth any points.
No.
So here we can see these long charges. I think a reform might have been better for the bus here, to like soon off those bloodthirsters from taking these long charges, because now they don't really lose anything of
From doing the
trying
charges
to
now.
get those, no, of doing the charges here. But if the bus turned, you wouldn't be able to do that, and that would allow him to get one more turn of shooting into those bloodthirsters.
Yeah, but that would also
But it wouldn't have like the same push.
That's another reason why he should have shot the bloodthirsters this turn, because that would mean that I don't think he would even gamble, even though the bus is. Even though he has the bus like this, I don't think Sebastian would gamble the charge there if the bloodthirsters would have lost, or one of them would have lost its 2+ save.
Yeah, well, but one did. One lose.
One did? Oh, okay.
Yep, he shot there.
Could be a dangerous charge for that guy then.
Yep.
Could also be, I mean, he should probably go, if he lost a 2+ ward, don't do the charge, just fly up to the left side of the hill, look at one of the bolt throwers, make sure you can see it even when it's moved 5 to the side, and then he can shoot with one bolt thrower. It won't be able to kill him anyway, so.
Rasmus responded. Do you really think anything but fantasy you can't?
No, no, I
maybe
don't.
Not. I mean, we would be first place there as well, so.
No, in fantasy we wouldn't. In fantasy it would be terrible for us. We're carried by the old merits of the 40k team.
Yeah, I know. But we can make a new ranking from this year, starting this year.
Yeah, if we did a new ranking, I think that would be pretty nice.
Denmark came 5th this year. 4th, 5th.
4th, I think. No, 4th was Germany, right? Oh man, I can't even remember.
No, 3rd was Germany. Poland.
No,
Sweden.
3rd was Greece.
Oh yeah, Greece is 3rd. Yeah, then Germany was 4th. I guess they took 5th place.
Yeah. Something like that.
I'm pretty sure that Denmark or Germany didn't plummet after.
They took a beating by Poland though.
But it wasn't really a beating, right? It was like 85. No, not more than 85. All the games between Sweden, Germany, and Poland ended up within 84 points, I think.
They did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think so. All the games were like really, really tight.
Okay.
Oh, do we have a charge later on? Was it a possible charge? Right, so the beasts moved up. You see here that he puts the pressure with the beasts and the flies instead of the bloodthirsters here.
And I would really like the flies more on the left here, so that he can make sure that the bolt thrower doesn't just move. Cost him another turn.
Yeah, definitely. Because the charge range from there should be kind of decent. And that's not a unit that is dangerous to fail charges with as well. I mean, you lose a turn.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. That's another common mistake that you see newcomers do in this game. That they try this 19, 18 charges, because if I do it, it's so fucking good, but most often it's just as good to just move forward and take the safe charge next turn.
Yeah.
Because when you do that fail charge, they can often just move away, and you will have this really crappy charge next turn as well. So it's just better to push up, take the safe charge next turn, and be able to reform.
And I completely agree with that, but you're forgetting one important thing. That also forces good players to always play it safe, because you know that if I'm gonna give this guy a 6/6, he might just chance it, or if I
but most often it's like really good when you do the chance him move, and you have like 9 in 10 to crush them, and then you crush them, and they think they're unlucky when you don't do it or something. I mean,
yeah, but sometimes you have a situation where it's maybe like you need an 11 to charge, and if you don't make it, it's gonna be really bad for you. But if you make it, you win the game. And as a good player, you really don't want to give him the chance of that happening, right? You want to save
True.
even that chance.
Yeah, sure. Always you try to not allow people to have those kind of chancy moves against you, but you can't play too safe either, because then you won't win the game.
No.
So it's hard. It can be hard to find a balance there between playing risky and playing too safe.
Yep. Absolutely.
Alright, so we see the demon player playing it a little more safe here. Tries to go into behind house there to pressure out the bird from its hiding nest.
Yeah. Don't let the bird nest in the corner.
Exactly. And yeah, I like him zoning off the safe spot around the house, pushing it down further into the corner, where we'll put the pressure next turn with the beasts.
Absolutely.
He's not putting that much pressure into the ball throwers, actually. He will have the beast collecting them in a while, but
the collectors.
The collectors of ball throwers.
Yeah.
You have more people tuning in as well, up to 26 viewers.
Yeah.
Nice to see more people tuning in.
Yeah, everybody's really welcome.
And for those who hasn't done it yet, you can follow. And if you do, we'll get a message, or you will get a mail when we go online, if you're not used to Twitch. And we try to do this like once a week or something.
Yeah. And the only thing that happens if you follow is that, well, you get an email when we come online. We don't receive anything from you following us, so we're not trying to benefit from that. It's just for your sake to be able to know when we stream. No, absolutely. Like as you say, Rasmus, a 12 charge with no downside, you should never give it.
No, that's just...
Absolutely, but I was talking about those charges that has a downside, and you still don't feel like it. Maybe on a 10 or an 11, if you completely lose the game, if you does it, and he loses the game if he doesn't make it, but still, it's still scary because you can probably win anyway.
Yeah. Here he just gives away his Furies, in my opinion. That's a unit that he could use to divert later on. And the ball throwers don't really have anything to shoot at, and those 4 ball throwers should take those Furies down, I guess.
Yeah.
It's short range for most of them, it's skirmish, so they will be hitting on 4s. Yeah, I guess it will even almost be tight with that wall save.
He could marsh block them. It's probably gonna charge though. And thanks a lot, Rasmus, that's appreciated, very appreciated. We're hoping to be able to stream live tournaments in the not too distant future. Yeah, exactly. And we're definitely gonna be streaming practice games for the ETC. I think we can do that, right?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
So I mean, and hopefully not just the Swedish practice games, but practice games between nations, like Polish guy versus Italian guy or whatever. If people wants to.
If people wants us to comment,
yeah, exactly.
Definitely do it. I mean,
and I think that could be really interesting for people to see.
Because people play differently as well. Like, I know how some Polish guys are really good at playing offensive, and I think we Swedish people are kind of good at playing defensive lists. We play a lot of cannons, play a lot with the elves, elven lists.
I think
it's nice to see different people play versus team.
I think the problem with the VODs on the iPhone app is that doesn't have Flash player. Could that be right? Because I think it can't show.
I had that problem with my LG. I couldn't play VODs from Twitch because I didn't have Flash. And there might be some substitute for Flash. I don't know.
Yeah,
might
probably
be worth
is.
to Google an app or something for that.
At least if you have like an Android.
Yeah.
So we've got Magic and nothing happened on the demon table. A 7. We really like the 6-1 result. That's my favorite one actually, yeah. Because all the other ones have like a downside most often. Like, okay, he rolls a 4 and gets a -1 ward save, but he's got double 2 in the Magic phase. Maybe, you know, if he doesn't roll a 1 and a 3, and that could be equally nasty against, for example, a 3.
I mean, the 6-1 is always what you want to see when your opponent rolls.
Absolutely. The double 1 though
just needs 5 dice for an irresistible force when you have your score left. That's the only reason why you don't want your opponent to roll 6-1 dice.
Yeah. We are gonna upload the videos to YouTube. Laggy is working on it, so yeah, we're definitely gonna be doing that. Since they're not available forever on the Twitch channel, they remove them after a couple of weeks or something like that.
Alright, so he goes for a signature spell here. Tries to chop off some wounds on the... I guess he throws them on the fast scout or something. Alright, I like him having that spell.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's the gateway on the unit.
Yep, for some points.
Yep.
First points of the game, perhaps.
Yeah. I think you might want to do it on the bird instead. I think that's wrong. I mean, the bird is not as many points, and it's even worse in combat, so... I don't really know why he pushes with the bird and the reavers here, because they can't accomplish that much here.
Well, we should probably just have them down in the corner.
Yeah. Is that a cost? 9? 12?
10, 16, yeah, that's a cost.
Actually let him have flank charge to the horrors here.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, he could only just back them 2 inches and he couldn't really do anything else. He could have tried for the swift reform here, but then he would have risked the unit to be able to charge the horse. If you fail that lead ship 7s, this might be the right move to just give him a flank. It's not really charge anyway. Yeah, definitely try to spread the word. It's always nice if you help us out with that. We just want to reach as many people as possible to, like, get Warhammer into an esport. Not an esport, but
yeah, I hope more people will do this. Yeah. Oh, we got a misfire and a 3, so it's not going to be shooting next turn.
Next turn.
Yeah. And if people want to share on their Twitter or wherever, we appreciate that as fuck.
Yeah. Immensely. All right.
I mean, if we could have several channels streaming live games from tournaments, that would be like really nice.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to have.
We posted it in
that's this year at ETC as well. I mean, since they didn't give anything to Gareth going there covering it.
No, exactly.
It would be nice to have it next year. Maybe not from us since we are 2 players, and I guess we both tried to get into the team this year.
Yeah, you could easily like have every player pay like €1 or €2 extra just to cover like their plane ticket or whatever, right? That I wouldn't mind at all. Also,
and I mean, And I mean, Gareth didn't even want anything special. He just wanted like free entry or
Yeah, exactly.
food or just the appreciation. Even he said that he just wanted the appreciation and like them to ask him and like really beg him to do it because that's nice. That's nice to do.
Yep.
And they couldn't even do that. I mean.
So he took the flying charge on the horrors, and I like that. I mean, he got the opportunity to do it, so why not? And he has already put them too far forward to turn back, so. I'm going to change the turn here. We've got second there.
Yeah, Glautner, we put it up there rather late. And we don't want to make a lot of commercial for these games before we have everything tuned down to like how we would really want it.
Yeah, exactly. Even the stream overlay is not really optimal right now, and
we rather just try to wait a bit to get everything straight and then go for it. All right, so now we see the bus pushing forward here. I would really like him to see him cover the front of the reavers there, so we can charge the horrors when they hold next turn. So we need to like jump up some diverters or. Yep.
Actually, you know what I would
press.
have... I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. Sorry.
Yeah,
continue. Something that would be interesting. I'm just going to keep interrupting here. Wouldn't it be interesting if he turned the bus around towards the beasts, put the Great Eagle behind the beasts, charged the beasts, and bait one of the Bloodthirsters with the bird, and just hope he doesn't break the beasts in the first turn of combat, reform into Snake Line, and catch one of the Bloodthirsters.
Yeah, could work. I mean, only taking those 180 points from the beasts would be good. Now he moves into the center of the table and going after points, which is not more than one. I mean, you can't collect more than 180 points on the left flank than you can do on the right flank here.
No.
And as well, you have the Bloodthirsters close, and you could get that like messy reform.
I mean,
here. So
at the very least, you're
like try to catch the beasts to right. That would be my move.
And you would definitely prevent the Bloodthirsters from hunting the bird.
Yeah,
or
because they can't stay close to that unit.
Exactly, or catch them.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely to try to just lock down those beasts would be the move here.
Yeah.
Or, as I said before, go for the horrors and then go for the next horror unit. Since they're kind of more of a threat with that gateway, killing like your fast cav or your bird or the bigger bird.
So an idea, if you would go for the beasts, would be like rank the bus up 4 wide, with characters in the second rank, the hard-hitting characters in the second rank, and that way he can make, well, at least the best effort to not break the beasts in the first turn of combat.
Yeah.
Because he wants to break
the beasts. That's probably the way to do it, yeah. Yeah, maybe. I'm not really sure.
There's a risk he's gonna break them in one turn if he goes 5 wide.
I would just be happy with the points as well.
Yeah, but the points he's gonna get if he charges them, either way. But if he goes 4 wide, Sebastian is gonna be pretty scared of the...
The important thing to do here is just to move right in front of the beasts, because the beasts can't reform, or swift reform, that is.
No, exactly.
So if you just place yourself in front of them, you will charge them.
Yeah, or you could have them to the side and have the bird just flee or something. Yeah. It's an option. And PC Belgium, welcome. Really nice to see you, man. And I hope we'll be seeing you at the ETC next year. Also, as I said, like everybody has read the new proposal for restrictions. Let us know what you think in the chat. How are you liking the possibility of special characters and scenarios at the ETC? There's really a lot to discuss, and we're just in the beginning of playtesting here.
Yeah. So what do you think about the Swedish team possibilities this year? We are aware already that we will lose some players from this year's Golden Team.
Yeah.
what do you think? We can start off with Eric, for example. Do you think he would have a spot this year as well?
Yeah, I think he would have a spot if he decided to go.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely.
He was the top scorer this year, actually, with Skaven. It was somewhat a surprise to me, at least, to have Skaven top scorer.
We said a lot that we aimed his list against the Empires, but even with the aiming, it's still a pretty tough matchup. I mean, you can't just run straight into the Empire player. It requires skill to win the matchup big.
Yeah, and he got like 40 points out of it, or 39 or something. Those 2 games he got.
Even more, I think, or?
You can't get more than 39.
No, but did he only play? Didn't he play 3 games against Empire? Or was it Marcus?
Marcus took 1-20-0, I know, versus...
Yeah.
Or was it 2? He got that one stomp.
We had 5 games at least against Empire, so and I think
Yeah.
they had one of them had 3 games and the other one had 2 games.
But I had 1 game versus Empire as well.
Oh yeah, you did.
And
Okay, so maybe
German.
then I think it was like 3 for Eric and 1 for Marcus.
Yeah. Anyway, we will probably miss some of the players, or most of the players, I guess. But we have some backup players as well. So.
Sure, and this year probably we're gonna have Kai, who's the leader of the Swedish ETC ranking. So that's at least a viable replacement for Eric.
Oh, we have a question. What did you think of the winning HIF list at the BSK? He's talking about Asbjørn's infantry list.
Yeah.
We saw that list at the Swedish not the Swedish Masters, but the Swedish Swedish Championships, maybe.
Yeah.
Or similar list from the Norwegian players as well, I think, with that infantry-based pushing list. And
yeah, wasn't it Alman played it? No, it wasn't. It was Olanon is his nick. I can't remember what his real name is.
I mean, I like that list.
It's pretty similar to the German ETC list. Am I right?
Yeah, might be true. I can't remember that.
I think the German player played High Magic, or is it Asbjørn that played High Magic? One of them played High Magic, and the other one didn't, at least.
Yeah, the what's it called? The Lawmaster.
Oh yeah. So Asbjørn played the Lore Master, and I think Germany played the High Magic. I think.
Yeah, I think it's good, but I prefer the bus list.
The German Vampire Counts list I liked a lot. I got to play against it, and at least for me, as a high elf bus player, it's pretty nasty having a great weapon and Night Shroud available, since that means my bus is a bit scared of fighting that unit. I mean, if he can deploy his Lord in a advantageous position, it's going to be bad news for my bus. Yeah. If I can, for example, only strike his Lord with a couple of Strength 4 attacks, he's going to make a lot of damage back.
Marcus said that he played 1 Empire 20-0. And he also said that Asbjørn said it was made to counter Dark Elves.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I don't think it counters it. I think I talked with Kai after the game, where he got 20-0, and I think he should only just sacrifice that unit of crossbowmen, and even maybe the level 4, or try to get away with a level 4, of course, but like make him hunt for that. Because the Dark Elf player can easily take out the White Lions, like really, really easy, and you just need to shoot the Silverhelms for like 1 more round, and they can take that down as well. So, and it was really close of breaking that unit as well. So.
Yeah, and as Almond says, it's really hard to counter Dark Elves at all with High Elves. You're definitely not going to do it with a bus, at least not without the Star Dragon.
No. Bus Star Dragon is a really shaky matchup.
Yeah.
I was almost 20-0 by Asbjørn at ETC.
Yeah, it's shaky, definitely. but just a bust, it struggles versus that Dark Elf list.
Actually, we should answer Bob Marley as well. He asks about Demon Player. What can the Demon Player do against the new Wood Elves? Other than spam Sense Magic and try to get his core units that are on first skill.
He can just roll the Reign of Chaos.
No, I mean, the Plague Beast is the best unit there. And you need to... You can't run your normal setup with one Plague Drone unit on each side, but you need to twin link them. Because one unit will go down to shooting, and the other one is the one that needs to take your points. Because they can't really be matched in close combat. Even the Lars have a problem taking them in close combat. If you shouldn't be flanked.
So High Elf Magic Face here was nothing. He rolled 3 dice, channeled 1. Sebastian channeled 2 dice. So or 3 dice even. So nothing happened, and we're off to shooting. And now he is taking a shot at the Furies, taking off 2 with the first bolt thrower, so it looks good. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. 89 points in 5 games. 89 points is really good at DTC with 6 games, so it's incredibly good with 5 games.
I think that's probably the highest score in Sweden at BSK.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been top scorer the last 2 years with 83 and then 82 points. So I don't think we have been over that at any time.
So it looks like we're gonna have some points here to deliver for the High Elf side of the table.
Yeah, checking those dice. And as we said before, he shoots down the Furies for those easy points. That's the first points of the game, actually. Going to the High Elf player here.
Yeah.
And that should be
60 points.
Yeah. Shot. Yeah, I should probably.
That was nice.
Yeah. I think I should have moved the ball thrower to the left.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was not good not moving the ball thrower, because now they are just going to hit him, and now it looks actually like the flies are in a bad position to overrun, since it's going to have to use
angle them.
Yeah, pretty sloppy actually.
Yeah, what we're talking about here is that you can see the flies aligning towards the left ball thrower. He needs to wheel them to be able to get in. And what you want to do when you charge the ball thrower is that you always place your models that you need to wheel them to hit them. But you want the option of hitting the next thing here. So now he needs to wheel them and to hit them, and then he will face off the table. What he could have done here is to face more upwards, because there was not really anything to the right of the hill here that he needed to spot. And that would allow him to wheel into the ball thrower and have a nice overrun towards the next ball thrower.
Yeah.
So that's a really good tip for all newcomers out there, that never face a war machine when you charge it. Never ever do that, because that's way easier to divert and like put stuff in between so you can't charge the war machine. So never face them, always have them in your line of sight, within so much line of sight that you can see them even if they move.
So I'm gonna go just grab me a Wednesday beer, and I'll be just right back, okay?
Yep. Right, not really sure what kind of dice they're throwing here. They're moving over to Demon's turn 3. So I guess we'll see some charges here from the beasts and the flies. The flies will have a kind of short charge here for a flyer, just within 16 inches it seems. And the beast will have something similar, short for one bolter as well. Yeah, 16 is more. Yes.
And I'm back. There was some wishes that we should do some kind of beer casting. So I guess I'm fulfilling my end of the bargain.
Do you think that Skaven is a good matchup versus the Dark Elves? How do you play it, Atrium? Do you like push him or just stay and shoot? Because my experience as a Dark Elf player versus that list is that you can have a slight advantage just moving around, throwing your Doom bolts on the cannons, and then you can get the Doom wheels and the cannons, and then you can just stay down, don't do that much. Maybe try to pick off the gut runners.
Skaven is,
I mean, it's a good counter because the Dark Elf player can't win the match big.
No.
It's almost impossible. You need to commit heavily into the Grazier block, and that's really, really, really risky. So.
Yeah, no, I would definitely say that that Skaven has the upper hand. I mean, all the mass shooting is not going to do much either, but it depends. Is it an A-bomb list?
I mean, the Doom bolt is really good versus both the Doom wheel and the cannons.
And the Abomination.
And the Abomination, if you run the Abomination.
If you run the Abomination.
I mean, the Abomination is really bad in that match.
Yeah, absolutely. Either way, because you have the flaming shooting and something for the bolt throwers to do all of a sudden.
Yeah. Otherwise, the bolt throwers can't do much. They just shoot long range hard cover into the cannons.
Oh, PC Belgium is joining me for a beer. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, I'll need one as well. Be right back.
Oh. We should hashtag this. Beer Hammer Wednesday or something like that. Beer casting with Lage and Lasse.
Alright. The leftovers from BSK.
Yeah, the Skaven plow. That's nice.
Alright, so put everything in the center, then go 10-inch forward, and you hit something. Yeah.
But that's what I like about Skaven, because sometimes people are like, Skaven, they just stand there and shoot at you. But unlike dwarves, they can also do like the plow move. Just push everything, and that's pretty scary.
Yeah. The problem with that play is that you will take my level 4 and my crossbowman while I clean up your. I don't know. Do you mean that you play with the belly list with Abomination as well?
The belly is a bit trickier.
Like the one that you bring to the BSK, I mean. Or do you play like our list with double cannon, double doom wheel? Because that's two different matchups in my opinion. Because if you have a lot of points that you can clean up afterwards, you push forward. It's a big difference.
Oh, that's true. I was actually thinking about that. The Wednesday night Warhammer. We have the Wednesday night streamed Beer Hammer. maybe we should do like a episode where we do like the end times straight off. You can have like Nagash and everything, and then we do us in webcams, so you can see us gradually being more and more drunk.
Yeah. We need to drink like 10 beers, or like a beer for every turn that passes, or something.
I was actually thinking about this a couple of days ago. I always say that, but I listen to a lot of podcasts, like every Warhammer podcast there is, because my work allows me to have a lot of time for that. So, and it seems like everywhere in the world, Warhammer is directly connected to beer and getting really drunk. Because
that's why everyone is so fat or something.
Yeah, maybe you listen to these Australian casts, and they're like, and we got shit faced here, and we did that, and someone trashed the hotel room and stuff, and we're like, that's exactly what we do here as well. And then you listen to the English casts, and they're like drunk when they're recording. So yeah, it's nice. And it's the same way like in the States where you have point hammered. And I don't know why is Warhammer so closely related to getting shit faced. Do we have any theories?
Alright, so we need to set up some rules for a drinking game. I won't be able to do that tonight because first off I work tomorrow, and second off I only have one beer at home, which is kind of sad, but that's how it is.
Maybe it should be on a Friday.
Yeah, I guess we should set up this for a Friday night.
Yeah. Absolutely.
To have a lot of people tuning in, set up some regular rules.
Maybe like take
for example, like every miscast is, then you just need to chuck one beer.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Every model that's worth more than 200 points off the table is also like chuck one beer. Every model taken off is like 3 klunkar, what you say in 3
sips, I guess.
3 sips, yeah.
And every 20 points you summon with Nagash is 1 sip. So if you summon like 600 points, that's 30 sips. So if you want those crypt horrors or those hex rates, you're gonna have to get drunk for it.
Yeah.
It should be fun, actually. We should find a couple of people who are willing to get drunk for us on Friday, because I guess like the players should also be drunk, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Or is it just you and me? Maybe it's just you and me. It might be complicated to get the players into the
into the chat and everything.
Yeah, because it's going to be a lot of people talking. So,
do you think going back to the game now? Do you think the demon player will go for the what do you call it? The shoot at an artillery die of shots instead here.
The grape shot.
The grape shot, yeah.
He can't shoot this turn, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. He can't shoot. He can't shoot.
Now this is
really
wait, sorry. This is here we see why it would have been perfect if the bus would have charged those or lined up to charge those beasts.
Yep.
Now
I mean, it's also a lot of points.
He takes the points.
It's 1 battle point. So.
He takes the points. He gives himself the option of maybe taking the Bloodthirsters, depending on how edgy Sebastian wants to be. But foremost, he saves the Frost Phoenix as well.
Yep.
Because Sebastian can't gamble that he won't catch the Bloodthirsters.
Yep.
And to get back to the drinking contest, I think Rasmus is spot on. Every time we get 1 higher viewer, we take a shot. Or maybe like 5 sips or something.
I mean, that's fucking nasty.
but the contest doesn't have to start until like, we could say like middle of the game. That's when it starts.
Yeah, but then I can bet you that he will have like the whole Danish CT team like tune in now, tune in.
Yeah, but you know what? That's free. That's free advertising for us, and that's worth a couple of shots.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Snaps con. Snaps. I guess snaps is the same in Denmark as in Sweden, right?
The power from metal. Welcome, man.
Must mean, right?
I guess it's like a beer hammer, or is it a traditional alcohol convention, or is it a beer hammer convention? So sorry, the power from metal. I think we haven't seen you around here before. Where are you from, mate? Let us know. Okay, magic. We got another bad magic phase for the demons.
Yeah, everyone can play with Undead. Laura Undead, sorry. Yeah, magic phase here.
Maybe Rasmus is willing to play a game, commentated.
Yeah, it's a 6-1 magic phase again, so
yep.
Same lousy magic phase as last time.
Yeah, and then you had the demon player be like, "Oh man, I'm so unlucky, rolling a 7 again." And it's like, yeah, wow. I'm sorry you get free stuff in your magic phase and you didn't get it this turn.
Exactly. Nice to make an account. Don't forget to follow as well if you like to get a notification when we go live, if you enjoy the show and want to see us some more.
Yeah. Ah,
he's
okay.
Sweden, okay.
Yeah, cool. Oh, so it is a Warhammer convention. That's pretty nice.
A reroll every time every time you take a oh that's then the players can drink as well, because then they just want more rerolls.
Yeah, exactly.
And we can have them in the camps as well, so we can actually make sure that they take the shots to get the rerolls.
Don't you remember? Don't you remember? We had that tournament here in Sweden. Do you remember? It was called Bearhammer, I think.
Oh yeah, I wasn't invited.
Oh, you weren't invited. Oh, you weren't one of the guys back then.
No.
No, you're one of the guys now, but you weren't back then.
Exactly.
No, so it was an invite-only tournament, and they had like, well, it was free beer and free schnapps and everything, and it was crazy. And the thing was that like all the within citation marks, quotation marks, good players had to bring really shitty lists. I had like an all Forsaken list, and it wasn't even big units of Forsaken. It was like 6 Forsaken, 6 Forsaken, 6 Forsaken, and just a shitload of Forsaken. But like the noobs, they came with like double A bombs and stuff like that. So it was really hard getting points. And I think I finished like second to last, but I won the most shots taken during the tournament prize, which was a gift certificate for alcohol at the Systembolaget, which was nice.
Yeah, but I mean, Tobias, that's kind of a point, right? Kill off one of the opponents and.
You can reroll a reroll. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So maybe you could bargain with your opponent and say like, okay, if I do 10 shots, can we say I succeed this one automatically?
Spirit Sword FTV. Nice. Can you imagine like a death snipe as well? One player rolls high,
Yeah.
and then the other player just needs to reroll till he gets just as high.
Did you, by the way, see the current ruling for Spirit Leech versus Treason for next year?
No?
That was really interesting. I saw it in the FAQ thread yesterday. They currently have ruled Treason as you Spirit Leech a Treason model on the lowest leadership in the unit.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, that's really interesting. So we have 2 Deadbolt throwers.
Yep. Yeah, they were kind of dead when he made the charges here, and he can reform up to kill the next 2 bolt throwers the next turn. So yeah.
Maybe every time you say charge, you have to take a shot.
Then you just play a defensive dwarf list.
Yeah, you're sober when the game ends.
Yeah.
You didn't need
the
any
only thing you
rerolls.
rerolled was the first, like, make sure you get hatred on the army.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you don't need any more rerolls.
Exactly.
Nah, yeah. That's actually fair. Drink 1 beer for every shot fired by a dwarf player. And I guess we should specify that to every, like, war machine shot, because otherwise you wouldn't bring in the quarrels.
So, Reaver breaks from the horrors. Too bad for him. And I'm guessing
not really surprised here, though.
Sebe is gonna restrain.
What's gonna do eventually.
Is Sebe restraining here? I'm assuming. He rolled 2 dice. Either that's the distance or that's his restraint test. I'm guessing it's the restraint test.
It's really nice to get a reform here. Then you could probably get off. No, it's the high elf turn next to him. Never mind.
So, what are we looking at right now?
I actually always look on the stream because I want to see the chat.
Yeah, I have both of them open. So we're gonna give. No, actually, we're not gonna give any points, but we're gonna change the turn. I'm becoming really good at remembering victory points and what turn it is.
Nice. So there should be 2 ball throwers.
Yep.
to Demon player, and he should probably get that Reaver as well. It will most likely fly off the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said before, those two units of Reavers don't have much to do down in that corner.
Nope.
And the Eagle can't do anything either versus the Horrors. Even though they are mages, they can still easily tank like unit of Fast Cav or a Great Eagle.
Yeah. So next turn, sorry.
Yeah, I think the main problem with the high elf battle plan here is that he didn't collect those easy 180 points, which would compensate for him losing the bolt throwers here.
Yeah.
And instead going for that left corner, which is not more points that you could get in the right corner. So actually here, just killing off the beast here and reforming up towards the other beasts is a good play. Or going down for the corner for those 300 points in horrors.
Even if he didn't have any chance of getting the Bloodthirsters, he would most certainly save the Frost Feelings. He would break those beasts, get 180 points, and then he could just reform down to the right corner, which is basically the same amount of points that he's going to get from the left corner.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, I think we were spot on when we said that last turn.
Now he tries to get something done here with his Reavers, and due to the fact that Sebastian might have misplaced his R's here, he won't be able to countercharge with the cannon, and that could actually be dangerous for the Demon player here.
Yeah, because you shouldn't forget the cannon, the skull cannon and the Iron Blaster. They are really good at protecting the rear of an army, because people generally don't remember that they fight like pretty much like chariots in combat.
Yeah, T6 plus 1, strength 6, it's insane.
Yeah, I mean, they fight better than chariots.
Yeah, that's
both of them.
3 strength 6 charges, 3 strength 6 attacks, and those 2 strength 5 on the charge as well. And the toughness 5, 3 plus save, 5 plus ward save is really hard in close combat.
Yep, absolutely. So I'm liking this charge on the horrors a lot.
Yeah, it's a good setup here.
Yeah, the Reavers. Then again, that's 80 points Reavers for, what is it, 140, 120 points for the horrors? 150. And I'm guessing he's not going to get the horrors. And he might have been able to save the Reavers if he didn't do the charge.
Yeah. You need that kind of support charges.
Yeah, because I mean, and this is a fair point here. Putting a unit like this, you see that the skull cannon will probably not be able to charge, or it won't be able to charge, right? So you see that.
Will.
Fine.
The problem here is that it will when he kills that 6th horror. And you can easily do that with the combat resolution and stuff like that. So
I think
this
actually,
is risky, because then you will lose both of those units when it comes to charges.
I don't think it will be able to charge, even though he kills the sixth horror. I think it's the forward one to the left is the one blocking.
Yeah, forward one to the left. That's the 6th horror.
Oh, you mean it? Okay, yeah. Sorry, right.
Yeah.
Then
it rank, and then it takes that model, and then he can charge.
Sure. Absolutely. I was counting 5 and then 6, but you're absolutely right. However, he's not going to kill that many.
I mean, he won't have rerolls, and he will be stubborn there. But I mean, if he rolls 9, that would be 2 more death.
The point is that the horrors are not going to die. And
not completely, no.
The Reavers charging here, the Reavers are most likely to die.
Yeah.
Even though it's a good charge for the Reavers in like a vacuum or whatever, but in this situation where every point is really important, that's a gamble.
Yeah.
A big gamble.
And I mean, I think he gets stressed out because he's losing points in the bolt throwers here.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't be as stressed if he just had gone for those beasts, because then he would be in the lead beginning there. And this would be the turn that he killed the beasts, I guess, because last time
it would probably be the next turn. if he gets to decide, right? Because he goes in 4 wide. He doesn't kill them this turn. He goes into Demon Player turn 4, and then he breaks them, gets to do like a conga line reform and choose, well, worst case scenario, one of the horror units in the right corner.
Alright, so Rasmus says that he would love to take a game, but he's a bit rusty and he's changing jobs and moving to Cape in Copenhagen, so I won't be able to do it right now, but we have time in the future as well.
Absolutely.
We'll try to keep this running for as long as people come to listen to us.
Yeah.
So in the future,
I'm definitely going to be streaming.
To have a game. Yeah. And we always try to bring in one better player than average, like an ETC player or like a top player in Sweden, to get a more interesting game, to see like good moves.
Yeah, exactly. Like all the players we stream here are good players.
Yeah.
And that's like the point, so nobody gets like utterly smashed.
Yeah.
And that can of course happen even between good players, but you know what I mean.
And yeah, we try to point out good moves, like the positioning on this cannon. He couldn't shoot last turn, then he positioned it to like counter this kind of charge. I think he screwed it up a little bit, because he could have made it a charge even if 6 horse didn't die.
Or did he? Because if he had positioned it for a flank, those reavers would just run away. Now he probably has a bigger chance of getting them.
Yeah, true. Now he also... Yeah, he didn't only charge with 1 of the reave units. That's actually better. That's way better. Because that rear charge with that bonus of 2 rear could actually be a game changer here.
Yeah.
Because then he will probably grind it down over 2 turns instead of the 1 turn, and that will save the reave units.
Yeah. Because either way, he doesn't want to break them the first time. He wants to do like 4 wounds to them.
Yeah. What do you think about the Frost Phoenix play here? Pushing it up to try to get those horrors?
It's basically what he can do. It's too bad it didn't get to move further than that. But he has to risk the gateway, right? I mean, as he doesn't have the silver helms where he should have them. So now the Frost Phoenix, it has to move there. There is no other way for it to move. He can catch it behind the house.
Probably behind, right down in the corner, in the right corner maybe. I don't know how long that is. It's probably, it would be a 21 charge or something for that.
Yeah, but then he just takes his both of the Bloodthirsters and put them in front of the Frost Phoenix.
Yeah,
and just
because they don't really need to do anything else.
No, and then he automatically gets the Frost Phoenix. So the way I see it, this is the safer move. And I was kind of hoping that he would get the Frost Phoenix behind the hill from the Skull Cannon, but that was going to be a really, really long move, so...
Yeah. That was not possible. Now we have both the cannon and the gateway into the Frost Arch.
So maybe if he had charged...
What I don't like with this is that he actually risks going within 6 inches of a almost dead unit when he's facing Treason. Because the Treason spell will be there next turn if you don't double 6 the...
And it will also possibly block the bus.
Yeah, with their reform or charge towards the beasts. So
if he wants the beasts are going to be hard for him to get now, I guess.
I mean, he can still swift reform out 18 inches in front of them and just charge.
He can get the beasts, but
you can do the exact same move now as last turn or last time.
No, because
now you can't, because the positioning of the Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if the Phoenix wasn't there, it wouldn't have been a problem.
I think you might be able to do it still.
It depends.
Maybe not.
But the beast...
Yeah, true. Or sidestep 3 inches, so... might not be able to charge them. You can still face that way, and... I mean, he will charge with the Phoenix next turn, and get it out of the way of the charge from the...
It depends, I mean, how far is it? Can the horrors swift reform to get out of 22 inches? Definitely looks like they can't, though.
Maybe not.
And if that's the case, then it's not a problem.
It's the line of sight that's important, and I don't think 4 inches will cut that.
No, I don't think so.
That's hard with the Universal Battle, actually,
Yeah.
to see like how long is 4 inches.
Really hard.
Alright, so now we move into shooting. He tried to cast a comment. He actually got a comment, right?
Yeah, the comet is what he's got left.
Yeah, but he got it. Threw it to 5 dice. Sebastian threw 4 dice to the spell and got it through.
Yeah, he put it down
That should be
by
the
the
blue
horrors.
marker, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That position, I don't get that positioning.
That's gonna make it a bit dangerous for the bird to charge them.
Yeah, I mean that's what that spell does at the moment.
Why not just put it so the cannon can't stand anywhere with where it's safe? Oh well, the cannon is pretty safe from the comet.
I mean, he could just put down the cannon or comet at the cannon's current position, or like at the horrors or something.
But doesn't the cannon have magic resistance, or am
Nope.
I way off here?
You're way off.
Okay.
It's the one chord model that don't have magic resistance.
Alright.
So like forcing it downwards to the corner so it won't be able to shoot the Phoenix this turn might be a better play, in my opinion. I guess it might have something there that I don't see with the placement of that.
So Sebastian passes his ward save.
Yeah.
From the Bloodthirster.
That should be hard cover, right?
What he could have done now was also move like the leftmost bolt thrower up to the left. No, actually it wouldn't have made any difference.
Yeah, it would. It would force the Bloodthirster to charge Shadow Bolt. It's not that important.
Yeah, but doesn't he want the Bloodthirsters to charge the bolt throwers? I mean, the mission for the Bloodthirsters right now isn't that to catch the bird. So what died there? Did anything die? No.
Here's Eagle versus Horrors.
It just passes the fear. That's good.
1 hit, 1 wound. No ward save. So that's the rank broken and charging sights. So I guess that's good.
Oh, he does 1 wound back actually. He's steadfast.
Yeah. That's a stomp.
Okay, so no, this is a stomp. Yeah.
Did Sebastian forget his 2?
No, he did the attacks. He did 1 wound on the bird.
Yeah, but I was thinking about Ström's 2. It's
Oh, the blue horror attacks.
Right, the chat almost died. Where did everyone go?
People are.
Everyone passed out of the drinking game, right?
Maybe. They're caught up with the intense game.
Yeah.
So he passes the reform, it looks like.
Yeah.
Nothing strange with that. It's going to make it a bit harder for the bird to get them.
Yeah. I mean, this is also just wasted points, in my opinion, with a bird into the flank of the horse there. I think Sebastian might have baited it, like giving him the flank to risk that double 6.
Then again, he did a wound to the bird, so now it's looking a lot better than it should.
Yeah, but I mean the bird. Yeah. I mean the bird is kind of a word.
I don't know. I kind of feel like, why not? It's 150 points, and it's not strange if the bird gets the points.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chat works.
It would be kind of strange.
Yeah.
It needs to make 10 wounds.
Yeah, but I'm guessing like the Frost Phoenix will arrive soon. Maybe.
Yeah, but
possibly.
Yeah. Per Barken, yeah, first time you wrote in the chat, and I'm kind of sure you have been here all the time.
No, but you're probably right. Still, I mean, he needs all the points he can get.
Yeah. So what do you think about the BSK weekend? Are you happy with it?
For myself?
Yeah.
Well, yes and no. I won all my games, and